Don't let dissatisfaction with one chapter obscure the rest of the book. Accept challenges bravely, as they are often the ones that teach us the most. And above all, forgive yourself and others quickly, because the ability to forgive is true freedom. Silently forgiving and letting go of people who have hurt you is an act of self-compassion that we often underestimate. Yesterday was special, but it is no longer here. Don't get so worn out by people who only appear when it suits them. We are the architects of our destiny. Every choice we make brings us closer or further away from our dreams. If you ever feel lost, remember that my heart has a place available for you, although you must excuse the mess, since the last person in my life left an emotional mess. Time is valuable, and even more valuable is how we choose to spend it. One day, you will be surprised how much power you gave to situations that you now see clearly. Hurting others to heal yourself is not healing, it is perpetuating a harmful cycle. Love yourself enough to set boundaries. If you don't, others will not hesitate to cross them. True growth lies in who you become through your experiences, not what you gain materially. Challenges are a constant in life, but so are solutions. At first, I was afraid of losing your love, thinking that no one else would love me like you do. But then I realized that being alone is preferable to being in an unhealthy relationship. A negative mind can never lead to a positive life. I don't consider you a mistake, you were a valuable lesson. I appreciate the space you left in my life, because it allowed me to find my own strength and self-love. Stop looking for happiness where you lost it. People with a difficult past can build a bright future. If you don't chart your own path, you'll likely find yourself trapped in someone else's path, which is rarely what you really need. Healing does not erase the past, but it frees you from the control it had over you. Recognize where you are and use that point as a springboard to move forward. Pursue your dreams with passion, otherwise you will end up settling for mediocrity. Accept pain as a temporary teacher, but do not allow it to take up permanent residence in your life. Obstacles are just detours in your path, not the end of the journey. Comfort can be tempting, but only by venturing beyond your limits will you find true growth. Your worth is not based on the perception of others. Problems are just obstacles on the path to progress. Adversity challenges you to demonstrate your true potential. Reflect the change you want to see in the world and watch how everything around you changes accordingly. Live your life with purpose, without fear of drawing outside the established lines. Men who look to luck for their guidance are superficial, the truly strong rely on the law of cause and effect. Being alone is impossible when you enjoy the company of someone special. The suffering we experience often arises from holding on to how we believe things should have been, rather than accepting them as they are. Recognizing this frees us to heal and move forward. It is crucial to close some doors in our lives, not out of pride or arrogance, but because they simply do not lead us anywhere. You must be master of your thoughts and not allow them to control you. Action is the first step to success. Sometimes trying to please everyone only ends up ruining our lives. A full life is not free of sadness, but learning to deal with suffering can be our greatest achievement. Sacrificing the present for a better future often involves accepting pain as part of the process. Following a path already laid out may be easy, but true growth comes from creating your own path, even if it involves pain and hardship. Neither success nor failure define our worth. Life presents us with unfair challenges, but how we face and overcome them reflects our true strength and determination. Feeling guilty about distancing ourselves from old friends that no longer serve us is natural. The world will not always be kind, but we must stay true to ourselves and our principles. True strength is manifested in the most difficult moments. Behind every success story is someone who made a brave and risky decision. It's liberating to stop worrying about other people's opinions. You should live your life on your own terms, even if it means disappointing some people along the way. Change is difficult because facing the unknown is terrifying. But you shouldn't be afraid to follow your own path and do what's best for you, even if that means challenging established expectations and norms. You should never give up on your dreams. People with high aspirations are more powerful than those who only know the facts and figures. Your life takes shape depending on the amount of responsibility you are willing to take on. True understanding begins when we learn to understand and accept our own experiences before seeking to be understood by others. We must remember that the strongest souls have emerged from suffering. Don't be afraid to face adversity, as it will only make you more resilient and help you discover your true potential. Each individual is a combination of limitations and opportunities. The true art lies in learning from mistakes, not hiding them. Prioritizing health improves quality of life. The more we obsess, the unhappier we become. Redirecting energy from complaining to action can generate significant changes. Each path is unique, and the difficulty lies in making the right decision. Courage does not eliminate fear, but rather it prevents you from letting fear paralyze you. Growth comes when you laugh sincerely for the first time. Great opportunities often come disguised as seemingly impossible challenges. Happiness is found by setting goals that guide your thoughts, release your energy, and inspire you to action. Don't allow life to pass by drawing useless lines, rather, dare to cross them and face whatever comes with determination. Maturity comes when you stop complaining and start making changes for yourself. Life is a process of growth, not possession. The true value of achieving your goals lies in the personal development you experience along the way. The mind shapes your reality, and strength comes from weathering storms. Go as far as you can see, and once there, you will see further than you imagined. Life can only be understood forward, so live each moment fully and without regrets. By taking responsibility, we abandon the role of victim and move forward. We accept the present and work with it, making it our ally instead of our enemy. Sometimes letting go is a more powerful act than holding on. Obstacles, when faced with love, become valuable life lessons. Prioritize your mental health and remove toxins from your life. If you can't impose your terms, accept what life offers you. Walking away provides a broader, less emotionally confusing perspective. Take care of yourself first, even in the face of adversity, and don't become what you criticize in others. The past does not define your future. Every experience is a lesson. Moving forward means leaving behind what no longer serves and facing what is to come. Do what you say you will do. Your future self observes you through your actions. Sometimes the hardest hits are the biggest drivers of growth. Risk is necessary for progress. Hope, like a star, is often found in the darkness before it is discovered. In the midst of adversity, we cannot turn back time, but we can recharge our hopes and energies. We discover our limits by challenging them. The past is immutable, but the future is still in our hands. If you are afraid of starting over, stop giving up on your dreams for fear of failure. To achieve greatness, stop waiting for permission. Not all storms bring chaos, some clear our path. Only by expanding the limits of the possible can we achieve the impossible. Success is found by doubling our failure rate. Adversity shows us who we really are. If the path is beautiful, let us not ask where it leads. Our destiny is in our hands. Our being reflects our thoughts. We will never face a task greater than our own strength. The time we lose is never recovered. Life begins outside our comfort zone. Your best self awaits your decision to change. Prepare for the opportunities that come your way. Every step counts on your journey, so don't carry your mistakes, use them as stepping stones to progress. You deserve a bright future. Leave your dark past behind. Happiness often depends on our decisions. Don't live to please others, find your own path to success. It's always too early to stop growing. Losing some illusions allows us to gain others. Focus on being valuable, not simply successful. The saddest words are those that were never said. Do not seek peace by avoiding life, pursue your dreams boldly. Your life is your story, write and edit carefully. Time moves quickly, but you are in control. Tell the truth or someone will tell it for you. Choosing doubt as a philosophy of life is like choosing immobility as a means of transportation. Life expands or contracts according to our courage. Letting go involves recognizing that some people were part of our history, but they are not meant to be part of our destiny. Courage is like a muscle, it is strengthened by using it. If you abandon your dreams, what do you have left? If we all pushed our limits, we would be surprised. Don't live to please others, do what is right for you, even if it hurts. Sometimes good things fall apart so better things can emerge. The world is round, what seems like the end may just be the beginning. More than wanting everything to be easier, aspire to be better. Your talents determine what you can do, your motivation determines how much you are willing to do, and your attitude determines how well you do it. You are stronger and more resourceful than you think. Challenges help you discover your true strength. Pain is inevitable but suffering is optional. Live with confidence and boldness, only those who take risks can discover their true potential. The only limit to achieving your dreams is in your own thoughts. Planning is bringing the future to the present to take action now. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Discontent and frustration are our creations. Resistance to change is not resistance to change itself, but to being changed. Life can be unfair, but it is also an opportunity to grow. If you think you're too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. Success lies in building on the stones that others throw at you. If you wait, you'll only get older. Loneliness is sometimes a gift after toxic relationships. Light dispels darkness effortlessly. There are things in life that do not need our intervention, miracles happen from the inside out. Follow your heart and live each moment fully. Kindness should be the norm, not the exception. Don't expect apologies from those who don't feel them. Forgiveness is about finding inner peace, not about allowing more harm. The past can no longer be changed, so it is important to live in the present without resentments. Our actions reflect what is in our hearts. Forgiveness does not mean going back to the past, but rather freeing yourself from it. Sometimes, we must go through difficult paths to find wonderful destinations. Know people by their actions and words, not by what others say about them. Humility comes when we understand our connection to all forms of life. Happiness is the true key to success. The authentic never falls apart, only the false. Strong people are often misunderstood. Have courage to face your inner fears. Don't let criticism get to you. Successful people will always be the target of envy. A woman never forgets how a man treats her in difficult times. Your unconditional support and understanding make a difference in her emotional well-being. Life has its unique sweetness, despite the suffering it also brings with it. The first step to moving forward is deciding not to stay where you are. Be brave and stand up for what you believe in, even if you are alone. Change can be painful, but resistance to change makes it even more difficult. However, we always have the freedom to choose our attitude towards circumstances. Learning from difficulties strengthens us instead of weakening us. Dreams occur while we sleep, but hope stays alive when we are awake and aware. Life is not about the cards we are dealt, but how we play with what we have. Fear is just an emotion that requires a change in attitude. Often, we discover our true strength only when it is presented to us as the only option. It is not our burdens that bring us down, but how we carry them. Embracing pain and turning it into fuel for our growth is crucial. The days may be long, but the years are short, and everything we want is on the other side of fear. Forgive yourself for your mistakes and move on, because when you accept yourself, the whole world accepts you. Don't let the negative stories you tell yourself about yourself dominate your mind. Strong people have a deep sense of self-worth that allows them to overcome any challenge life throws at them. Self-awareness is key, we don't need the approval of others. If there were no challenges in the world, what would drive us to grow? Knowing yourself is the beginning of wisdom. Waiting and forgetting can be painful, but indecision is even worse. Life will not change unless we change our daily actions. Over time, we become more true to ourselves. Valuing what we cannot control takes away power over our lives. Belief in a better future and our ability to achieve it is essential to success. Failure only comes when we stop trying. Adventure may be risky, but monotony is deadly. Sometimes the most feared path is the right one. You don't have to follow the established path, we must create our own path. Adversity is not a deviation, but part of the path. It strengthens us and prepares us for the future. Don't let yesterday consume today, every day is a new opportunity. Don't postpone your goals, start working on them now. Learn from your failures and move on. Every challenge carries with it a lesson or an opportunity. Your legacy will live on in the actions you do for others. Not being heard shouldn't stop you. Remember, the effort to achieve something beautiful is never lost. Life is made up of present moments, don't wait, act now. The mind that opens to new experiences will never be the same. Sometimes, we must lose everything to discover our true identity. Fuel your journey with your own conviction. The opinions of others are like insufficient fuel. We are not defined by our past, we have the power to shape our own destiny. Perpetual waiting is a dead end, the only limit to our future is our own uncertainty. The power of letting go of the familiar is underrated, it is the first step towards the new and unknown. Adopt the mentality of an eternal student, never stop asking questions or learning. The old ways will not take us to new horizons, optimism and faith are the keys to achievement. The courage to risk failure is the precursor to success. Sometimes we must choose between turning the page, writing a new chapter, or simply closing the book. Art can heal what apologies cannot. Peace is not found on a separate path, it is the path itself. Reputation is what others think of us, but honor is what we know about ourselves. Holding on to the past only prevents us from embracing the present. Success comes to those who are focused on the present, not obsessed with the future. Live every moment fully, don't wait for another opportunity to come. Life is too short to tolerate disrespect. The human ability to adapt is like bamboo, flexible and resistant. Sometimes you find yourself in the middle of chaos, but it is in those moments that you truly find yourself. A goal is not always the end, sometimes, it's just a beacon on the horizon. Where there is ruin, there is hope for treasure. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be lit. I survived because the fire inside me burned brighter than the fire around me. Our wounds are often the doorways to the best and most beautiful parts of ourselves. Adversity is like a strong wind that tears away everything from us, except what cannot be broken, revealing us as we really are. The size of your dreams should always exceed your current ability to achieve them. If your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough. Growth and change are painful, but nothing compares to being stuck in a place where you don't belong. It's not about perfection, it's about effort. Transformation happens when you put in that effort every day. We don't even know how strong we are until we are forced to bring out that hidden strength. You are in charge of your own happiness, you don't need to wait for permission from others to be happy. You should be more concerned about your character than your reputation, because your character is who you really are. Our greatest battles are with the experience of our own mind. It is not what happens to you, but what you do with what happens to you, that really determines your life. Worry is like a rocking chair, it keeps you busy, but it doesn't get you anywhere. You can't change anyone, but you can be the reason someone changes. The most authentic thing about us is our ability to create, overcome, endure, transform, love and be greater than our suffering. You can't protect yourself from sadness without protecting yourself from happiness. Let self-improvement keep you so busy that you don't have time to criticize others. Sometimes the place you are used to is not the place you belong. Even if you're on the right path, you'll get run over if you just sit there. Sometimes it takes an overwhelming feeling to make an undeniable breakthrough. It is your reaction to adversity, not the adversity itself, that determines how your life story will unfold. Never let your sense of morality stop you from doing the right thing. Going through challenging things can teach you a lot and also make you appreciate the moments that are not so good. Challenging life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist, let things flow naturally. Move forward as you wish. Failure is abandoning the path, not the end of the path. Learning from failure and continuing to move forward is the key. The only thing we have to decide is what to do with the time we are given. The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor the man perfected without trials. Courage can be found in the most unexpected places. The important thing is not what we look at, but what we see. Start from where you are and use what you have. Remember, actions speak louder than words. Dear, I invite you to share in the comments the phrase that you liked the most or that inspired you the most. If you want more inspiring content full of wisdom like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you don't miss any videos. See you in the next video. May wisdom and love guide every step of your path.